This right here is one of the best family travel trailers I have seen for the 2025 model year. Big super slide, tons of storage, great kitchen space, but most impressive is this versatile hybrid bunk room. So this space right back here is very unique to have in a family floor plan. And personally, I really like it. I think it's a great idea and combination of being able to utilize a bunk space for so much more. You can see you have 4 tie downs. In my mind, this is going to be perfect if you have totes. You can load up a bunch of totes in here. If you're bringing bikes for the family, you have space you can put bikes. I don't know about you, but I hate having to bring bikes because it's just not a good place for them when you're towing your RV. This makes it so much easier for all of your gear. And it's just a great space when you get to camp. You empty all that out, take the bikes outside. You want to drop it down into a bed, no problem. This top one right here, you just grab these handles, pull down like so. Then we're going to come to the other side, grab right here, boom. Top bunk is down just like that. Nice and big, 300-pound capacity on here. Coolest thing about it is there is some clearance to the ceiling. So you can just leave your sheet and blanket and pillow and everything right on here, because as you can see, it doesn't go quite all the way up to the ceiling. So just like that, you can leave it, which is pretty great. Now underneath, both of these are going to be Jackknife Sofas. They do fold down into a bed, but the thing I really like about it is that you have 2 sofas right here in the back. So I'm going to kind of show you, undo this, you open these legs up just like so, grab the frame right here, and then you're going to drop it down by the frame. Once that is done, you can take the jackknife just like so. You have that set up. So you can have these both down, set the table up. It's one of my favorite style of tables because it anchors to the wall. Now you can sit back here, you can play games, you can color, you can do whatever you want to do, and the kids have their own entertainment space. And don't think you're going to be without TV, because on the opposite wall, there is a TV backer so they can sit back here and game, and there's a loading door so you can load up those bikes or totes. And you're probably thinking, Ian, what about clothes? Got you covered there too. You have a big wardrobe with a few drawers right there next to that back wall. Not only do you have that amazing space back there, but as soon as you walk in, you get this storage space right here. I love having the pantry, and moreover, I love that they put a hanging rod up top. So if you want to, go camping a little bit later in the season, because you can in this one, thanks to the insulation, you can have a spot to hang up jackets, sweatshirts, scarves, whatever else you need. Another thing I really, really love about the Longitude line is going to be the doors. So one of the things you'll notice is the fact it is going to be a full door, completely fills out the door jamb, but more importantly than that is the fact that it is wood framed, not plastic. So just like in your house, you have a nice wood frame and it shuts and opens just the way it should. And I know that seems minor, and you're thinking, Ian, all RV doors should shut and open properly, and I agree, but unfortunately that's just not the reality when you have a plastic frame, because it easily warps and moves. So having that wood frame is awesome. Taking a look at the slide, you have 70-inch slide heights thanks to the fact that you have an 81-inch ceiling. So nice big slides in here. The sofa is one of my absolute favorites. They call this an easy out. Let me show you. So rather than being like a standard trifold where you have to pick it up and then, just kind of mess with it a whole bunch, this one, look at this. I can do it with 2 fingers. You lift it up, drop it down. Boom, done. It is truly that simple. In my opinion, the best couch system in the industry, because not only is it easy to make, but you can see it's fairly level for being a pull-out sofa. This part right here does flip down if you want, just like that, so that way your pillow doesn't fall back behind the couch. So again, just thinking of some of those small things. I also really like the material they use. The thing I like about it is that it kind of looks like a cloth, right? But it has the durability of a synthetic. So if you have, the kids are sitting on the couch, they spill something, they have wet swimsuits, whatever it is, doesn't matter. It is nice and easy to clean up. And right across from that, take a look exactly where you want the entertainment center to be. You want movie night? Have movie night. You want to be able to sit and watch a show? You can do that. You have the sound bar there for great sound quality, and underneath is the 5,000 BTU fireplace. Not only does it look nice, that will double as a space heater. Right over to the side here is going to be the dinette. The thing I like about this dinette is that it's probably my favorite style when it comes to a table. Just like we had in the back, same system. The single leg, and it attaches to the wall. So you can actually put some weight on it. Not that you can put a ton, because it will eventually pop up on this side of the wall. But unlike, you know, your pedestal tables where you put a little bit of weight on it and the whole thing moves and all your dishes slide off, chances are that's not going to happen here. This also drops down into a small bed, but again, if you're gonna have guests, the sofa is the place for it to be. And the thing I like about this too, boom, nice big pull-out drawers that are on glides there, so they just slide in and out. Flush floor slide in here as well, and you can see that you have the Congolium vinyl all the way through. You don't have to worry about any carpet in this one. Then we move into the kitchen, right? You have the Furion 12-volt compressor-driven refrigerator. You want to open it up and grab something out of here while you're cooking, great. But what if you're coming in from outside and just want to come in and grab a water because it's warm out, like today? Well, check this out. It opens up from both directions. Kind of a cool little feature, something newer to the industry this year. You can open it up, grab what you need. But again, because it's 12 volt, that'll run off your batteries. And as you can see, it's going to be larger than what you would have for a compressor driven. So you're looking at something like 10 cubic foot rather than 6. Moving into the kitchen itself, 3 burner cooktop right here that is recessed. In lieu of an oven underneath, they went with a microwave, but by doing that, it frees up the storage up top. So you get all this extra storage right up here, plus the additional storage. You can see that you have the glass inlays in the doors, looks really nice. Big window for a backsplash to let a lot of natural light into the kitchen. And then the countertops are going to be a thermoformed pressed countertop. The thing I like about that, you don't have to worry about T-mold or anything popping off here, and it allows you to undermount the stainless steel bowl. Not only do you get a cutting board, you also get a drying rack, and for those that like to entertain like myself, you get a glass rinser. So, you know, after a cocktail or wine or, you know, just water, juice, whatever it may be, you can just go ahead and rinse that out right there. Electrical outlet in the corner, perfect spot for a coffee maker, blender, toaster, whatever else you want to put in there, and additional storage here in the kitchen. You have 4 drawers, which is more than enough for an RV kitchen, and underneath the sink, they even have a place for a trash can. And just in case you're like, Ian, this is good, but I need a little bit more prep space, or I need more space for my dishes, well, they thought about you. There you go. Countertop extension. And then you walk into the massive bathroom. This is great. You have a ton of space in here. Taking a seat on the toilet, great leg room, good shoulder room. It is a plastic bowl, but again, you know, after 3-4 years of using it, if you want to change it out, you can switch that out into a porcelain. No harm, no foul. If we take a look at, which way do you want to go? Let's go right over here. Let's talk about the vanity first. They have a nice big sink, which I like. So that way as you're washing your hands, it's not making a mess, not splashing water everywhere. You also get the countertop extension with some shelves in there too. So whatever you want to put down there, extra rolls of toilet paper, maybe some magazines, some reading material, you can do that there. There's a window to let in some natural light, which I like. And then over to the side here is the mirrored medicine cabinet. Another thing that's great is the fact this one has the on-demand water heater, so you have near limitless and almost instant hot water, which is great. Speaking of, right across the way is the shower, but first I want to point out the fact that you do have the linen closet, so you have a spot for your towels. Because it is a little bit more narrow, you're probably going to have to roll them up rather than fold them. But taking a step in the shower, again, with those nice high ceilings, plus this skylight, I mean, shoot, I'm 6 foot, I could be 6'4", and still be able to stand up in here without having to bend down. It has kind of the built-in door right here. I actually like these a lot. It's easy to keep clean. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to like wipe it down or anything. It's going to be antimicrobial, so it's not going to build up a bunch of mold. And on top of that, the fact that it's not a curtain, so you're not getting water all over, is great. I also like how big the shower is. I mean, I can spin around in here, right? I don't have to stand like this. I can actually turn and be able to shower in here, no problem. And with that height, like I said, this bathroom is just fantastic. And as that continues kind of on into the bedroom space here, you have the queen bed right here in the center. You get good storage underneath. And the thing I like about this is it has this built-in kind of like shelf or drawer, whatever you want to call it, just kind of slides across. Good extra storage space. Still allows you to utilize the space underneath and the space right there. You can see you have the ladder for the top bunk in the back. That's a telescoping ladder. Just a nice little convenient storage spot. On both sides, you have nightstands. It's kind of tough to see, but there is a cubby hole back here as well. So if you want to tuck something back there, you can. You will have the drawers, electrical outlets, USB ports, wardrobe on the side, plus additional storage across the top. Last but not least, if you want TV in the bedroom, there is a backer on the off-camp side wall, and the hookups will be right next to it. So let's talk a little bit about construction. I kind of want to start at the ground level and work our way up. So we're going to start with the tires. And what you're looking at are the 225/75 R15 E-range tires. You will also notice that you have a little bit more ground clearance, and that's going to be because this one has overslung axles. It gives you that ground clearance, also helps being able to allow for that flush floor slide. Speaking of floor, with this one, you're going to be looking at 5/8" tongue and groove plywood flooring all the way throughout instead of OSB. So, that is definitely the flooring that I would prefer. The outside here, the walls, you're going to have 6-sided aluminum, including the back wall even, is going to be laminated, which is something that's not super common, especially at this price point. Definitely love to see that. It's also going to be a full 2-inch thick wall, not 1.5 inches. And that, combined with the fact that this has a fully enclosed, insulated, and forced air heated underbelly, means that this one can camp later into the fall and earlier into the spring. You also have Azdel composite behind this fiberglass skin and Azdel on the inside, which not only helps reduce weight, also will prevent delamination, and because it's on the inside, you're not going to get that off-gassing that you oftentimes get with Luan. Then if we up on the roof here, this one is going to have the Alpha Ply roof membrane, which is a TPO. It's going to be 5 times thicker than a lot of the other competitors out there, and it requires almost zero maintenance. Then when it comes to outside features, right up front, you'll get a power tongue jack, making it nice and easy to connect and disconnect from your tow vehicle. 2 20-pound propane cylinders. You'll also notice that it is prepped out for 2 batteries. I like they did that straight from the manufacturer, so if you want an extra battery, it's nice and easy to install. On the front end, you'll see the smooth aluminum front here, making it just aesthetically pleasing as well as nice and easy to clean. Plus, you have the big front windshield, which, as we saw in the bedroom, just lets in a ton of natural light, and it just looks great from the outside as well. Coming around to the side, the pass-through storage, everything on here, it's going to be slam latch, which, as you can see, it works. It's a nice heavy-duty latch with metal components, which I prefer way, way, way over the plastic ones. And you'll also notice it's a magnetic catch. Taking a look inside, you have a good pass-through storage. You can see a nice big door on the other side there as well. And something they added for 2025 that I also enjoy is the fact that you can control the power awning from right out here. There is a control inside as well, but that way, if you're in a little bit tighter space, you can sit here and watch the awning, not the electrical outlet. You can sit here and watch the awning and make sure that as it's coming out, you're not going to hit any trees or anything else. Or, you know, if you're just sitting out here and decide that you want the awning out, you don't have to go all the way inside. You can control it from right there. Again, just a nice feature to have. Dropping down, something else I want to talk about is the fact that while you have 4 just manual stabilizers on here, it is prepped for power. So if you want to upgrade at a later date with this product, you can do so. A lot of times it'll be a lot more money because it's not prepped for it, and they have to install special plates. They have to run wiring. With this one, it is already done, making that just a lot easier and less expensive upgrade. The power awning basically covers almost the entire length of this coach. You'll see naturally it also goes over the door here as well as the outside kitchen. And because we don't have a slide on this side, this is all great usable camp space here. LED light under there as well, so you have light at night. A couple of outside speakers so you can listen to some music. And as we saw inside, this one has that on-demand water heater. If you want to watch TV outside, that is also located, the mount rather is located here, or the backer is located here underneath the power awning, right where you'd want it, and the hookups will be right down there. We talked a little bit about the tires. One thing I didn't talk about is the fact that these are Lion's Head, and through that program, for the first year, they have a no excuse guarantee on replacement. So what that means is even if you accidentally run over tire spikes, they're going to replace it. So that's pretty cool that they have that program. No matter what the issue is, you'll be good to go. Outside fridge. I mean, this is probably my favorite thing about any, kind of outside kitchen setup. This is what I want. I want some nice cold beverages, and that is, will accomplish that. To get in, you'll see you have the more ride step above steps. These will have aluminum treads. They're not going to rust. Nice and easy to adjust the feet as well. And like the name implies, they are very solid. Plus, you have the big foldable grab handle here, just making it making it a little bit easier to get in and out. And then right next to that, you can see that you have a hookup. So if you have a dog that's with you, you can hook them up, and a bottle opener. So just for easy access bottles, so you can crack a cold one if you need to. Root beer, of course. And then if we take a look in the back, as we talked about, right, this is that loading door, so you can easily load up bikes, totes, whatever you need to right in here. I just love that about this floor plan. This, for me, is really what sets this one apart and really makes this floor plan very unique. Coming around to the back, you can see that you have a spray port, so you'll have some water access. This will be cold water only, but it is there. Again, kind of to build that outside kitchen feel. We have the refrigerator, water here, and then a propane quick connect right here in the back, so you can hook up a grill. And obviously, with the propane line, you can bring that around to the side if you want, but that'll be for, if you want to hook up a Blackstone or Coleman or whatever else you got. Square tubular bumper on there, and mounted to that is your spare tire, so it's nice and easy to access. You don't have to crawl underneath the trailer. And if you take a look up top, you'll see a couple prep. You have the ladder prep on the one side. You can buy a Lippert telescoping ladder, so you can climb up onto the fully walkable roof. And then right next to that, I guess a little ways over, but in the center there will be the backup camera prep. Coming around to the side, I do want to point out this unit has a 50 amp service. You get a 50 amp detachable power cord. The reason that is 50 amp is because this one is prepped for a second AC. So if you want to stay nice and cool in here, you want that second AC, you can have that one added. If you take a look at the top of the slide out, you will also see that it is prepped for slide toppers. Slide toppers are great because they'll help protect the top of the slide from sticks, pine cones, anything else that's going to fall down. So that way when you bring that slide in, hopefully all those will fall off and they won't jam up your seals up top, helping to prolong the life of the slide and reduce the chances of, again, damaging those seals. This is something else that I like. So you'll see that you just have this nice access door to all of your valves. And again, the valves are going to be insulated, so that way you can camp a little bit later into the season, but I like the nice, easy access, so you don't have to get down on your hands and knees to be able to dump your tanks. Speaking of dump, you'll see the black tank flush right there, so that way you can wash out the black tank. You don't have to stick a hose down the toilet. And then lastly, as we come right around to this side, I just kind of want to show you your convenience center. You'll notice some of your hookups here, battery disconnect, outside shower with hot water access too. So if you need hot water, you do still have it outside. Both your city water and fresh tank fill will be there, as well as a charge controller, because this one has a 100-watt solar panel. Last thing I do want to mention is, just like we had a control for the awning on the other side, we also have a control for the slide out here for the same reason. If there's a tree that's going to be nearby in the campsite, you can just be right out here, open up that slide, and make sure you're not going to hit it. If you like some of the design elements on this Longitude, like the bigger windows and some of the great construction features, but you want to save a little bit of money on a great family camper, well, then you might be interested in the Silver Lake I have coming up for you next.